Hello everyone, welcome back guys. So I think you have been enjoying the previous classes with the drawing sheets, and today we are going to see about the types of lines. So if you don't watch the previous videos, don't forget to watch the videos, go back and watch the videos and get a complete idea on engineering drawings and everything, and come back to this video. This is the basic level we are going on, so we're going to get the certification. If you are coming from the website, kindly watch each and every videos and unlock the each quizzes in the each level, and by watching the each videos, and after completing the level you will be getting a certification for basic level. So okay guys, today now we are going to see about the types of lines. In these types of lines, what are the things? What is line? We know just we can draw a straight line or zigzag line or etc. We can have a dotted line, everything. But what are the different types of lines in the engineering graphics, engineering design? So we are going to see about that today. So in that types of line we are going to see about, but first we are having types of line, some of them here. So in this we are having four types of line. At first we are taking as a continuous thick line. So the continuous thick line is used for visible outlines. So what are the outlines which are used for visible things? That lines is used as continuous thick line. So the thick line which is used for outlines and borders and each and everything that to be showed to the design, we haven't done a design and drawings and the layouts, each everything that could be done with a continuous thick line only. In this we are using the pencil of H. So the pencil grade we are using here is H pencil. So kindly keep in your mind the borders and each and everything is a continuous thick line should be used a visible outline. So we should have the H pencil for the border. At first for border we are using H. It's very simple. H is thick. So high, so we can keep in the mind high. So high, thick, high. So we are using the borders H for the thick. Okay. And the continuous thin line. So the continuous thin line is used for the line is which is used very thin, so it should have a thin. So on that the dimension lines, leader lines, extension lines, construction lines, hatching lines. So 2H, the 2H is low. So you can know that the 2H is a low. It's after H only the 2H is coming. So keep it in the mind. So that we are visible is H, then the 2H is going to be a subordinate for that. It can be as a dimension line. So what are the dimension and centimeters we are going to mark? That should be taken on that. Leader lines, each and every lines connecting, that should be taken on that. Extension lines, for example, if you are drawing it with the arc, it have a more extended line when we are crossing that. So on that we can use the extension line. And finally the construction of the material, the final output is not the construction of the material also to be done with the, what is that, 2H lines and the hatching lines. I've already told, no hatching, cross cuts, everything can be preferred to be done with the 2H pencil type. So if you're going to do with the continuous and thin line, it should be in the 2H pencil. That should contain dimension lines, leader lines, extension lines, construction lines, and hatching lines. So keep in your mind with the regular memory. Okay. At next, continuous thin wavy drawn freehand. This is an irregular boundary line or short break lines. So this is also used with the 2H pencil. So this is continuous thin wavy drawn freehand lines. So for example, if you want some lines with a manual calculation or with a simplified, we want to take something for writing or irregular boundary lines. This is a boundary or irregular something. So short break lines or anything else, we can use this curvy lines that should be done with the free hands with the mind calculation of our own as for drawing something. So kindly keep your mind. So if you are going a wavy line, it should be used with a 2H pencil. It's a irregular boundary line or a short break line. Okay. At next, what are the other types of lines we are going to see here is we are here having another four lines. It is a continuous thin with zigzag. So it's shown as long break line. So if you're having a long break of the diagram or something in diagram decisions, everything you're taking for plant layouts, or you are going for something in the bigger levels in diagrams, for example in electrical units also, we can use this long break lines. This long break line can be derived with a 2H pencil only. So this continue thin with zigzag can be differentiated only for long break lines. So kindly keep in your mind guys. So we are using here is long break lines. It is how the pencil grade of 2H on it. Okay, this is the continued thin with zigzag line. Okay, at next, if you're going for invisible edges, what are the invisible wedges in the diagram or anything else? Everything is considered as a short dashes. We will be using dashes shortly one. We will be mentioning with the short small dashes in the each and every corners. It is considerably to be taken as invisible edges line. In this we are using the pencil grade is H. So if you are going to use a short dashes with the invisible edges, it should be considered as with the pencil grade of H. So you kindly keep in your mind, if you're going to use short dashes on this, the invisible edges on each and every places, it should have the pencil, the grade is H. So keep the pencil grade in your mind, it should be H. Okay, and if it's a long chain line or center line or locus line, if you're connecting or something that's from the long base of diagram, it's a long chain thin line, means it should be considered of center line or locus line. It should be considered with a pencil grade H. It should have a long chain. You should draw a chain long and small and long and small dot and long and small dot and long. So invisible edges like smalls, and it should also be have a long chain. So it will be mentioning that the connecting of center lines and locus lines. Okay, and at last we are coming for the long chain thick at the end and thin elsewhere. This is known as a cutting plane line. So in this we are having the cutting plane line. We are drawing a long chain with the end and the thin elsewhere. It's a cutting plane. If you have something places to cutting plane or any drawings or anything is crossing through what, or we are having some ending of cutting planes, or we are having some differentiate drawings which are coming on through across the places, it is known as cutting plane lines. So you can use the long chain thick at the end and thin elsewhere using the cutting plane lines. So this cutting plane lines can have application of crossing of lines, anything. In this we can use 2H or H pencil grades, or both can be applicable on this. So in this, because the edges should be thick and the some places should be also lighter, so you can use H pencils for dot, and long thicker places for we can use 2H pencils. So guys, I think you got some idea about the types of lines. So in this today we seen totally 8 lines. It's continuous thick line, continuous thin line, continuous thin wavy line, and at final we see continue with thin zigzag, continuous short dashes, long chain thin, long chain thick at end and thin elsewhere. So this is the types of chain we have seen. So lines, so these lines you should keep in your mind. This is a major thing when we are drawing. So keep in your mind and refer for your notes with, and keep some notes for future use. I think you have been enjoying this class. This will be very useful for you, and don't miss to fill up the quiz and going part to the next video. Okay guys, thank you, happy learning.
Thank you for watching. If you want to obtain a completion certificate, please click the link to our site. Sign up and choose the course level. It is mandatory to watch all the videos and finish the corresponding quiz within the time limit to unlock the final quiz. Get your course completion certificate after completing the final quiz of that level. Happy learning!